Let me introduce the company. So Tesla was founded in 2003 by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tapning. Their goal was the creation of an electric car that could potentially revolutionize transportation in regards to the growing scarcity of fossil resources. After investing in the company, Elon Musk became CEO and the main shareholder. Currently, the company has business presence across North America, Europe, and Asia. Tesla changed its name in 2017 from Tesla Motors to Tesla Inc. to better match its diversification. Today, the US company offers electric and autonomous vehicles, and it's also active in the battery and solar energy markets. Its mission is revolutionize mobility by accelerating a drive in global adoption of sustainable energy.
The CSR goal of Tesla can be seen in the structure. One of those goals was to develop the diversity of employees inside of the company. The board of directors has 22% of female and 78% of male. Furthermore, 1/3 of the board of directors is composed of underrepresented communities inside of the industry. This board of directors deals with all of the major trouble Tesla may have, and it is composed of 4 sub-committees. First is the audit committees who deal with the finance and accounting as well as cybersecurity. Then the compensation committees who deals with the compensation policy and the benefit programs. Then the nominating and corporate governance committees who decide who goes where inside of the company and the different committees. And lastly, the disclosure control committees, which deals with all legal matters for the company as well as the public speeches. There are 2 more committees who are important for CSR, which are the responsible sourcing steering committees, who looks at the full supply chain of the companies, and the health and safety committees who try to improve the life of its employees and to stop any potential risk for them.
I would like to talk about the practices of Tesla. So in their impact report, they make a difference in between environmental impact, product impact, supply chain, and people and culture. I would like to start with the environmental impact. So for each product, they make a life cycle analysis, meaning that they look at the greenhouse gas emissions, and they can compare themselves to other ICE or EV vehicles to see the efficiency of their own product. To be less carbon intensive, they look at the charging process of their cars. So they try and make it less carbon intensive. For example, the first charger and the charger they have for the latest model, there has been a 50% reduction of carbon intensity. Something else they do for the environment is to make energy efficient production plants, meaning that they make new gigafactories where they try to have an efficient process so that they lose as little as possible as for energy and people. Prior to 2019, they only had a factory in California. But now they are opening these giga factories who are energy efficient in multiple countries. Why do they want to do this? They want production localization and supplier localization. With the production, they mean that they produce and deliver locally. So they want to cut transportation for the environment, but also, of course, for the costs of transportation. And then they always look for local suppliers in order to limit transportation as well. Something else they are very strong in is battery recycling. So their batteries are made of lithium, and they say, well, Tesla says it is 100% recyclable. They do this in-house. They used to do it by a third party, but now they are doing it in-house, and also in the new factories it will be in-house. They are also very careful about their water usage. In their new factories there will be new standards, meaning that they will optimize water-intensive processes. They will reuse rainwater. They will reuse wastewater, and they will have an in-house cathode production. In these new gigafactories, they will also have solar panels, in-house battery cell production, and in-house recycling units, as I said earlier. Another very positive thing that they do for the environment is they always have an amount of zero emission credits left, and they sell these to other companies. This year, that was good for $1.6 billion that they reinvested in their production. Now I would like to talk about the product impact. What for them product impact means the affordability of their cars. They know that the first cars were very expensive, but they reduced the price since then, and they compare themselves to Audi, BMW, and Mercedes prices. They also have a supercharger. This charger can charge in 15 minutes 200 miles more, which other companies cannot say. And they received a lot of safety awards within the US, the European Union, and Australia. These safety awards were accorded to them for fire, cybersecurity, and accidents. So it's a safe car, it's affordable, and it charges fast compared to other electrical vehicles. Let's talk about Tesla's supply chain. They really care about responsible material sourcing because in the past they had issues with the cobalt extraction. Cobalt is a material they use in their batteries, and it is known to have child and forced labor. So for them, it's very important to respect the human rights when doing this. And so they force all their cobalt suppliers to sign a code of conduct. This is supervised by third parties, but also by investigations of Tesla themselves. So now let's talk about the people and the culture at Tesla. So as said earlier in the supply chain, they have a zero tolerance for child and forced labor. They have an equal work, equal pay objective, and the wages are highly competitive at Tesla. Employees can also have a stock-based compensation, and positions are filled internally, meaning that there is an email every week that circulates with new job positions, and everybody can apply within their positions. They have multiple training and educational programs, such as Tesla Start, which is a lot of engineering programs as well, to integrate more women in engineering at Tesla. They also have internal communities, as you can see here on the slide, like Latinos at Tesla, women at Tesla, the LGBTQ communities. So they really care about the people that work for them and about creating communities within the company.
Tesla is a discrete company. The first impact report of the firm was created in 2018. It was to communicate their vision and CSR goals to the shareholder and to solidify their brand image as an eco-friendly car manufacturer. For the internal communication regarding CSR, Tesla used different strategies. They have regular HR meetings for the evolution and benefits the firm can provide to its employees. They can give training or leadership development, as well as free healthcare in the US. Tesla also uses social media to communicate with its shareholder. It's mostly leveraged Twitter to communicate its CSR goal and to create more interaction with the public. Elon Musk used it to break the norm of traditional car manufacturer because he used his own Twitter and not one of Tesla. And this cult of personality created can be a blessing or a curse for the CSR goal of Tesla. Because on the upside, it's very easy to create stories, which are powerful tools to spread new ideas, like in this tweet. But a major downside is that the brand image of Tesla is affected by everything Elon Musk posts or does, and this can be really detrimental for the smooth progression of the CSR strategy. Another initiative linked to their CSR is the Battery Days. It is a presentation that Tesla hosted, and in this presentation, they reaffirmed the mission of Tesla to achieve the transition to sustainable energy, and how they managed to do that up until now. After explaining the environmental CSR goals to all shareholders watching, they presented the future batteries they will use and the different benefits it will have. As you can guess, the challenge was to educate the customer and shareholder about this new product and its consequences for the future while reaffirming the position and value of Tesla.
So now I would like to go further with the qualitative analysis of the company. Regarding the governance part, the strategy is to offer only electric vehicles, so of course they are good at it. But Elon Musk doesn't allow unions. He even wants to fire people if they go, see if it's a join ones, and take away their options, their stock options. But also, but because of the use of the US model, there is no one of the board from the employee side. And we may have terms about the independence of the board because there is Musk brother and the son of Maurdosh, who is the main shareholders of the News Corporation, one of the largest media groups in the world. So their support is crucial, but are they really objective? And no one of the 9 people of the board have background in sustainability. So they all have the same mission, just business oriented. Now, we will see that Tesla is not doing that bad and takes good initiative, technically speaking, and regarding CSR missions, but the company has major weaknesses regarding people and social issues. It's accepted that Tesla offers health insurance, which is not usual in the USA, but the company faced allegation of child labor in the cobalt mines in Congo. In addition, a lot of employees complain about tough working conditions. They mention exaggerated working hours, a lot of stress, and above all, excessive demand from Elon Musk. Moreover, they say that they don't feel considered. We know that one of the value of Tesla is respect and encourage people. We can also mention condition in gigafactories where there is overpopulation in those firms, getting fired without an excuse, and so on. And also we have found cases of racism within the company in which Tesla has not reacted. Now, common Tesla criticism usually revolves around the ecological impact of the battery production process, but there is a circular economy which consists of breaking down and reusing products already consumed. Tesla goals is to recycle 92% of its batteries. This reduces the exploitation of the means and allows in-house analysis of battery in order to improve R&D. They also recycle the cars themselves. Only 4% of the cars goes to waste. Also, many complaints about the astronomical amounts of water needed to extract the lithium used for battery. Indeed, a Tesla battery requires 5,000 liters of water. However, this water that contains the substance, which is the lithium needed for the batteries, is excessively high in salt. This water is used only to this purpose, since it's too rich in salt to be used for agriculture or to be consumed. Moreover, The lithium used in the battery will allow a Tesla to travel 400,000 kilometers, in which the battery can be reused at 92% for another car, which also travel more than 400,000 kilometers. Moreover, an ordinary vehicle will consume an enormous amount of fuel that will require much more water for the production of this gas. We are talking about 100 times more than to produce lithium for a Tesla battery. To go further, Tesla does not report regarding the Transmission Pathway Initiative, which is an indicator useful for shareholders to assess the management climate in order to present the company's intention of performance. So Tesla is not being transparent. However, Tesla has agreed for an annual sustainability report, but the credibility of this report is doubtful. Indeed, it doesn't not allow stakeholders to compare the company as a TPA does, and it does not meet the same criteria of the objectivity because Tesla can put information as it wishes without external control. But also regarding this gas emissions, they use many graphs and visuals, but never actually gives their greenhouse emission numbers. Regarding fairness of practices, we can say that Tesla has a strict anti-corruption policy, and for the relationship with public authorities, it used to be better than currently. But now it's more complicated with Biden because he's offered tax incentives for buyers at few conditions that it's produced in USA and the company has unions, but it's not the case for Tesla as we saw previously. Also, it can be argued that Tesla is not competed fairly since the company has patents, so parts from the car cannot be repaired or reimplanted by other manufacturers. We can say that Tesla, by its influence, is intimidating and destroying local repair shops. The only information we have on Tesla's supply chain is that the company has decided to improve it. As in China, Tesla has decentralized its production to meet the needs of its customers around the world, always with the goal of limiting its environmental impact by reducing logistics.
Let's talk about the engagement of Tesla in customers' issues. So the company shows its involvement through different subjects. The first one is data privacy. So through a customer's privacy notice, the company highlights its process of collecting, using, and sharing data while guaranteeing a high level of security. It undertakes to collect only necessary and useful data without compromising the privacy of users. However, in some cases, the protection of data can be questionable, like, for example, the autopilot technology, which goes against the Swiss law of data protection, or the problem of hacking cars. Secondly, safety is very important for Tesla. Through its Safety First Design report, the company demonstrates its expertise and powerful technologies implemented to protect drivers, passengers, and pedestrians on the road. Moreover, Tesla is involved in the way its customers use its product, so it's the driver awareness. In order to encourage good practices, the company has developed the safety scores technology, which consists in the evaluation of customers' driving behaviors. Thus, customers are encouraged to improve their safety score and become better drivers. Finally, in order to satisfy customers' expectation, Tesla has implemented efficient maintenance and after-sales services like an online app, which allows real-time insurance, online appointment booking, and a 24/7 roadside assistance. All these reasons make Tesla the car company that most satisfies its customers.
In this table, we rated Tesla on its community involvement and local development. So we found that Tesla tries to have suppliers from minority communities, such as veterans, LGBTQ communities, etc. The only problem is that Tesla pretends to listen to communities, such as when local protests arise in Berlin against their gigafactory because there wouldn't be enough water supply. They set up an office, they heard the people, but they never actually done anything around it. So yeah, they do set up things to listen, but they don't really. But they really do care about their suppliers. About job creation, they create a lot of jobs and very fast. When they create a gigafactory, it can create like 1,500 jobs at once, but they fire easily as well. As you know, in the US, it's not that hard to fire people. So in the California plant, it was like really easy to fire people. And as mentioned earlier, they set up multiple training programs for the employees. So these programs range from technical aspects to more HR stuff. So yeah, you have different programs that their employees can join. I'd like to finish the presentation by saying that we really liked our choice for Tesla. We chose this company because, you know, we all knew Tesla, but we didn't really know more about the CSR. So we were really interested to look those things up. And so we have a few recommendations for them. As of transparency, we think they should be more transparent about things that matter, such as greenhouse gas emissions, and they should contribute to global reports in between brands, so not just create their own reports where they can say whatever positive they want about themselves. And they shouldn't be too transparent about things that don't matter, especially on Twitter. As we all know, Elon Musk can be very broad on his subjects on Twitter. Then we think that employees should be more protected. As we said earlier, there are no unions and there's a lot of stress, and sometimes the circumstances are not great at Tesla, so they can definitely improve there. Also, the company culture could change a little bit. People feel like they are being used just to work, and there's like no stress relief. The cobalt extraction is still an issue, even though they have the code of conduct and the inspections. There is still child labor present and forced labor as well. So they could definitely do something for the local communities up there. And speaking of local communities, around their gigafactories, they could do way more for the local communities around their factories, like, for example, sponsor schools to create more engineering students or something like that. Then last but not least is the board independency, which is very important to us. We think they should add PhD professors that are focused on sustainability and CSR. We think this can really help the company and expand the board in a positive way. Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoyed it.